And here we have our final genie lamp to get us up from level 1 to level 2 Slayer. So it's a big milestone on the account just because I no longer have any stats that are level 1 and I hit 1125 total level. A couple more lamps and we'll hit level 3. As mentioned in episode 19, I asked everybody what I should do first at the Mage Arena, and almost everybody said go for Bones to Peaches. So I will be going for that first. I've already started a little bit. I have the enchantment points. I have halfway through to the telekinetic points, and then the graveyard and alchemist points I haven't really done much on. But let's go ahead and quickly knock out Bones to Peaches, and then maybe we'll try some more KQ kills after that. Also in the last video, I got some comments regarding using RuneLight, so I decided to download it because I did know they had this function where they would tell you where to go to find the best items to alch. So going forward, I think I'll be using RuneLight. It looks like it has some good features other than this, so it'll take a little bit of getting used to, but so far so good if it's going to help me with this room. This room is very tedious. Level 66 magic coming in here. Level 67 magic coming in here. This is a very long room to go through. Finishing up with the graveyard room, I finally reached the goal of the Bones to Peaches. It didn't take as long as I thought. The telekinetic room is very annoying just because it's very time consuming, and also the alchemy room is pretty annoying as well. Luckily that RuneLight plugin really does help. But here we go, Bones to Peaches is now added. I was kind of thinking here, I don't know if I should go for the wands or if I should go for the Mage's Book. I think I'm just going to go for the Mage's Book because it's the most expensive. If I get that piece out of the way, I don't think it'd be as bad of a grind to try and get the wands. That'll be my next one after the Mage's Book. But anyways, let's take a break there and let's go ahead to KQ. So at Mage Training Arena, I did get level 65 magic to unlock Water Wave, so I can use that as my best in slot spell at KQ. Has a max hit of 18, so I'm hoping it helps me with DPS, as I tend to run out of food a lot and I need to get the highest hits as possible so that I don't get killed at the same time like I did in the last 2 episodes. Calfight Queen kill number 9 coming in here, and we get diamonds and a Sarabrew. Not too bad, I'm poisoned and I am about to die. Ooh, just got out just in time. Okay, Calfight Queen kill number 9. With no food, 4 health, no prayer. Ooh, that was close. Calfight Queen kill number 10 coming in here. And we get gold ore again and another Sarabrew. The gold ore is very helpful for crafting and also for smithing experience, so can't complain there. And I think that's going to be it for my Calfight Queen kills for a while. I did run out of anchovy pizza, so I do need to make a lot more of those, and I am out of prayer potions as well. So I have to go back to Implings and hope to get some more Snapegrass. I was making anchovy pizzas and I caught a young Impling, and I got a clue scroll with a desert step for the first step, so let's go ahead and see what happens if we can get any good rewards. It was an easy 2-step clue. Let's see what our reward is. And not very helpful at all. The Gothics page is nice to see, but I can't do anything with it. And another Magic Gaming. I think I have like 6 or 7 from my 13 easy clues. And here we have level 62 agility. I need to do the agility pyramid because the initial run for Bones to Peaches used all my money buying nature runes. So I'll be here for a while to try and get maybe 100k or so, just so I can kind of get a nice cash stack back. Okay, knocked out a quick 100k at Agility Pyramid. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Scarab Mages and see how well I can do with my increased stats. I haven't been there in a while, so I'm going to see how many kills I can pick up an hour, just because I haven't seen my progress there for a while. Okay, so I had no idea that Scarab Mages dropped cactus seeds. I don't know if it was added in recently, but I've killed hundreds of these and have never got a cactus seed. So this means that I can actually farm in the desert. I had no idea there was any seed drops that were able, but this is huge. I had no idea. So we're going to actually go through Sorcerer's Garden soon and try and get my farming level up. I have no idea what farming level I even need. Let's see. Special? So I need level 55 farming. So that's not too bad through Sorcerer's Garden. Well, actually, it's terrible because you can only get 50 experience every run through. But that's big news. I had no idea that was even possible. Just finishing up an inventory of Scarab Mages, and let's go ahead and take a look at the price check. Pretty low, only 70k. I didn't really hit anything that was very good. I got a lot of arrows, and then I got 64 coal and the 17k cash, but I'm still in awe of this cactus seed as well as an Irit seed. I checked the drop table on the wiki for Scarab Mages, and those aren't on there. I don't know if they like tweaked it a little bit to add some other things. Honestly, I'm just waiting to see if a potato cactus seed pops out too. That would be great as well for future farming gains, but I'm going to go ahead and kill a couple more of these and see what happens and see if I can get any more of these drops. But so far so good. Another run of Scarab Mages. I got a lot of Cosmic and Blood runes, which is helpful for Mage Training Arena as well as going through KQ runs. So I'd like to give a shout out to all of the viewers that caught this in my last video when I said that I have no use for Torstals. I totally overlooked this, and if you have a clean Torstal in your inventory and you get the Dr. Jekyll random event, it actually gives you a stamina potion. And if I get 10 stamina potions from that, I can go ahead and make the pool in my house at a higher construction. So that is very helpful. A bit more agility here, and I unlock level 63 agility. So this is going to give me about another 140k as well from all the runs I did. In total, I'm looking at about 250,000 coins just from Agility Pyramid in this episode. Calphite Queen kill number 11 coming in here, a very quick kill. And I got Cactus Spine and another Cerebrew. Not too bad. Oh, and I teleported to Castle Wars. Not too bad. That was a quick kill. I poisoned it right at the end of phase 1, and I was able to use my prey to prey some range attacks from it. So I came out with 4 extra pizzas, and the Cactus Spines aren't very helpful. Not for a while. I think I might be able to use that in Herblore later. And then another Cerebrew. I think that's like my 4th or 5th one and my first 11 kills. Okay, so I thought I'd end this video off with a bank video. I haven't done one of these since episode 10, so maybe it'll be every 10 episodes I can show a bank video of my current progress. So the price checker has it at 8.63 million. After doing Agility Pyramid this episode, I got back up to almost 300k cash stack. This initial tab is just a lot of random stuff. There's nothing really notable in here. I have a couple of the random event sets. I have some random keys I'm not really sure what to do with. A pyramid plunder things. Going down a little bit further, I have Pure Essence for when I hit level 14. Rune crafting, I get that from my fire talismans into fire tiaras. I have 16 tiaras. A couple Slayer Respites from Gourmet Implings. Actually, I don't think that's from Gourmet. I think that's from a different Impling. 39 oak planks. If I get my construction up, I can make oak shelves in my kitchen, as well as I can make an oak altar at level 45. So I'm saving those for that. I'm going to need to make a lot more iron or steel bars. I'm going to my herb tab. I have a lot of Guams and Terramins that I can't use. 102 Harlanders, so I can use that with the chocolate from Narda. 240 Renars, no Snape Grass, unfortunately. And that's my biggest obstacle right now, is I just don't have it. I can't get Snape Grass all that regularly. But anyway, we'll go ahead and we have 4 Cerebrews and then the 2-dose one. So I have gotten 5 from KQ. I have some defense potions from Young Implings, my Torstals. I should probably take that out of the bank now just so I have it, so I can try and get that stamina potion. The Wines of Zamorak, 42 Bird's Nests from when I went through my Teak Tree grind. Some Goat Horn, Cactus Spine, the Cactus Seed I got. I'm looking forward to leveling up farming far enough for that, but that's a long grind. Some miscellaneous seeds I can't really use. Acorns, 1 magic seed, some willows, apple trees. And then we move on to the runes. So I need a lot of law runes and nature runes and cosmics for the upcoming grind. I think I'm going to go for Mage's Book next, as much as I don't want to. It's the most expensive item in the shop that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and try and go for Mage's Book in the next episode. If I don't get it, I might get half the progress for it because it is such an annoying grind and it's going to be really expensive for the nature runes. I think with cosmics, I can do that because I got level 68 magic, so I should be able to be getting a lot of points from the enchantment room. And then telekinetic really isn't that difficult, it's just more time consuming. I have 8 fire talismans. I'm going to wait until I get probably 14 before I go take my next run to the fire altar to make some more tiaras. Moving on to the ores and bars tab. I'm actually 1 level away from making myth bars, so this is almost I can make all these myth bars once I hit level 50 smithing. I have 325 gold bars and 252 gold ore. So 500 of those have come from the Calphite Queen in the first 11 kills. If I can average 500 every 10 kills or so, I'd be very happy. It'd be a lot of smithing and crafting experience. And my 9 mithril pickaxes, it's more of a trophy at this point. I know I got 7 or 8 before I got my blue D-eyed chaps, and now I'm waiting for the red spiky Van braces so I can have a reason to get my range up. And here is a miscellaneous armor and weapon tab. I don't really use it. The rune plate legs are there and the green D-hide. I don't bring those to KQ because I do have the blue D-hide chaps now that are my best in slot for KQ. My steel crossbow I made a long time ago, some steel bolts, bronze. Here's my clue scroll. I have a full set of black armor. If I could ever do Shadow of the Storm quest, I have a whole set, so that's good, but I can't complete the Golem quest without leaving the desert, so that's not really going to happen in the future. And here we move on to the Scarab Mage tab. I used to have 7 of these rune squares. I did alch them earlier in this episode to buy more runes for the Mage Training Arena, just because I didn't want to run down to the Agility Pyramid. I just needed a couple more alchs before I could get my my alchemist points, so I alched some of those. I got some rune maces, rune daggers, 15 adikite shields. More food I can go ahead and cook shortly. Arrows for when I finally get my fletching up for the magic shortbow. And I don't know if I'll ever get to these addy ores just because it's a really long way away. And then the mithril bars I'm saving for when I can make those into darts. You saw the 73 myth ore I had, so I'm looking at about 230 or so mithril bars. That's going to be a lot of fletching experience that I'm looking forward to. Miscellaneous seeds that I've gotten. So it looks like I have got some Erits and some Aventos before, but I got javelins. I think these are both rare drop table javelins. So unlucky me there, I could have got something a lot better. Moving on to the crafting, I have 132 sapphires, a lot of rings of recoil. I don't need them now, so I'm not going to make them. I have plenty of gold bars, so that's not a problem. 22 rings of dueling, just miscellaneous gems, nothing really important here. My clue scroll tab, I have 8 purple sweets, 3 purple firelighters, a couple pieces of trimmed armor. The only scrolls I can really use if I can get the Narda scrolls, which I don't really even need them. I can just teleport to my house and take the carpet. A couple pages. I started building a food tab and then I quickly realized I didn't need a food tab, so the meat pie is good if I needed to use it just as some kind of like middle of the road food. And then my last tab is kind of what I use for KQ. I only use anchovy pizzas now. I find that food is very difficult to come by. Sometimes I might bring some bass or meat pizzas if I'm trying to cut down on my total anchovy pizza run, but mostly I just stick with the anchovy pizzas. I save the lobsters for Scarab Mages, and sometimes if I try any other combat, but it's really just Scarab Mages at this point. Rings of recoil, I got plenty of anti-poisons, combat potions. I can make more once I get more chocolate dust. Actually, not chocolate dust, I need to get desert goat horns, which I have some in my bank, but I just don't need to make them, so I'm not too worried. Here's my placeholder slot for my Karis P++ that I've lost 4 times, and I ran out of poison, so I have to use my rune dagger P++ until I get another poison drop, so my kills will remain a little bit slower, but I kind of like this method. I can poison it when I want to, so I don't need to worry about trying to poison it on phase 2. If I poison it right at the end of phase 1, then it all works out and it kind of gets the most damage on phase 2 for me. Followed up by my infinity boots, magic, or the wizard hat, and then just a couple drops. The monkfish, dark crab, not going to really use. Maybe if I get a larger supply, maybe I'm saving it for something. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be an update that I'll need these supplies like the brews and the dark crabs. I don't know. But I'll just keep building up that inventory until I figure it out. And like I said, total is 8.62 million, episode 20. It could be a lot more, but buying runes and using it at Mage Training Arena is really what's costing me here. But anyways, that is my bank. Not too impressive, but you can't really get a lot from the desert. The KQ should increase this bank value probably 2 times once I get up to like 50 or 60 kills, maybe 100 kills, but we'll end up seeing what ends up happening.